Look at that, would ya? Isn't it a beautiful thing? Do you know what this is? Well, I mean, it's a small world after all, but it's also the Sometimes Vlog! It's a vlog that happens sometimes, and right now it's happening here at It's a Small World, the happiest cruise that ever sailed. Now look back here, look carefully back there, and you will see the Disneyland Railroad making its way across the facade of It's a Small World behind that beautiful Mary Blair / Rolly Crump inspired design on its way to the old roundhouse for the night, delivering its final guest to Main Street first. It's after midnight, after closing here at Disneyland. And before I head home to sleep well, I just wanted to take a look at this beautiful, lovely facade of this amazing UNICEF attraction from the New York World's Fair in the 1960s, still delighting guests and teaching people that really there's just one moon and one golden sun, and a smile means friendship to everyone. It's a plea for peace. Some people get really annoyed by this attraction, but I find it to be a very beautiful sentiment. Personally, I think actually they're just annoyed by the song. It does tend to go over and over again. It's going over and over again behind me, and it's starting to drive me mad. No, I'm just kidding. It's not driving me mad at all. Look at that. Small world is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. So like I said, it's after midnight. They're closing this section of the park. I've been at Disneyland for a few hours with Allie, who is right over there taking pictures of It's a Small World. So she is in town. Yesterday, we were at Don the Beachcomber. I don't know if you saw that, a little snippet of us and Tyler Evans, rock journalist, and his fiance. We were out watching my friend Spike's band, the Hula Girls, at Don the Beachcomber, one of the last great tiki temples. And today, we were in Disneyland. I actually did not feel good for the better part of this day. I meant to do a vlog way earlier, but unfortunately, I was glutened. Now, a lot of you have heard me make references to being gluten-free, and some of you still don't really understand why or what that is. There are a lot of people out there who make fun of it because they think it's some sort of weird hipster diet, when in fact, it's a serious food allergy type thing. In my case, the doctors say that I have celiac disease, which is something where if you eat gluten, which is a protein found in wheat or barley or other oat type of things, grains, you can Google it. You have an autoimmune reaction, you get really sick. So I was gluten. Something that I touched was contaminated or poisoned with wheat or gluten today. And I got really, really sick earlier. I have not been feeling my best. So I've been putting off the vlog and putting off the vlog. Sometimes, you know, you could play through the pain, but earlier today I just had to take a rest. So I've been taking a little bit of a rest all day and then softly making my way through Disneyland tonight, periscoping the shows as we've gone. Allie is here for another week leading up to D23. We're going to be there on the Friday of D23, so that's very exciting. So basically we have the rest of this week we're going to be in and around Disneyland and around the park and around Southern California doing cool stuff. But basically, she's about to go back to school, to college after the end of that week. So she's in town for one more week. And then summer vacation's over. The whole summer's over. Everyone has to leave their beach house. Can I say what kind of college you're going to? That's fine, right? Allie's going to beauty college because she's beautiful, but also that way she can help other people like me become beautiful. Do you think there's hope for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're,
hope for everyone.
But of course you can't, well, there's hope for everyone, but you can't help me so far. That's why even you have to go to beauty college to learn.
Well, if you go makeup shopping with me, you could like...
I won't go makeup shopping. Concealer? Just to conceal the ugliness? Is that what you're saying? To conceal the ugliness?
Just kidding.
Tough but fair. Tough but fair. Let's look at the empty teacups. Anyway, Disneyland after midnight, you can see, is just super empty. More people in Fantasyland than normal, and that's because Peter Pan has such a long line since it reopened that there's a million people still on the attraction and in line after midnight. But the good news is that leaves Fantasyland open to take pictures of empty Disneyland. Look at that. A sight you rarely see. A sight you rarely see. Now, Disneyland closes at midnight. Main Street stays open until 1 a.m. during the summer. And because there's people still on these attractions, they don't do what they usually do, which is to wait till all the guests are off the ride, and then they'll have security slowly come through and clear everyone out, make sure everybody's gone. But like I said, people are on Peter Pan still, so we have plenty of time to take a look at empty Disneyland. There have been big crowds here this summer because the 60th anniversary. Allie, you were here on 24-hour day, and you were here on the actual 60th anniversary. So you know, there have been massive crowds. And take it from me, who's here a lot, bigger than normal. I really wish during the day it would look like this. I just want one magical day of this year where it looks like this. And you know what? Last year there were plenty of days where literally the park looked like this sometimes during the day. But lately, it's been totally super packed and crowded. But the good thing about that is there's all kinds of new shows and attractions and merchandise, and it feels like there's a constant party going on here all the time. Oh look, she's making sure she gets her Monstro picture in. Look at this though, isn't it beautiful? Anyway, I highly recommend if you stay till midnight, and if you're here during the summer, do yourself a favor. If you have a hotel close by or something like that, go take a nap in the middle in the hot part of the day. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to slam on some rides, and stay after the fireworks. Everybody stays through the whole day and they see the fireworks and they go home, I'm tired, let's just go back to the hotel after the fireworks. Instead, what you should do is take a nap in the middle of the day, then come back for after the fireworks when it's all chill. Wait a minute, why am I telling you this? Then you might do what I'm saying, and then there might be more people here when I'm here. Well, anyway, that's the pro tip, is come after the fireworks. It's not as hot, it's not as bright. Look how cool and relaxed it is. There's less people, significantly more people than there are now when it's empty. Anyway, the whole thing is, I was sick today, very grumpy, and just really sick. When I eat wheat, or when my hands touch something that touches a lot of flour or bread, and then they touch my own food, there's a million ways that I can be my food can be cross-contaminated with something that's made with wheat. But when I get sick like that, even if it's really not that bad, it's terrible stomach pains. I always equate it to the feeling of, and those of you who have food sensitivities or allergies can leave a comment about this. My go-to analogy is it feels like what I imagine it would feel like to chew on a Christmas bulb, like an ornament, and swallow it. You just feel it going through your whole body and it feels terrible. So, a terrible slow day. Sometimes when I disappear and don't get a chance to do the vlog, that's actually what's going on with me. Also though, it did give me time to kind of sit at home and chill for once. Allie and I actually watched a movie earlier, which was nice. I never really get a chance to just sit still and watch movies. And while I was doing my work, I got up some new t-shirt designs by this girl Lavinia, who's very sweet, very awesome person. Her and her husband Mikey are super cool people, and she's drawn 2 exciting new shirt designs. One actually of me and Allie, which will be a super limited time thing on livefast.portospreadshirt.com, and one of them is a parody of me as Han Solo, because I did the Star Wars and Death Valley video on the Random Land channel. But instead of Chewbacca, I have Owlie, the plastic owl. You know, he's not plastic though, he's super real. You gotta have the wisdom of the owl. Owlie, and it says Owlie, you go see it, livefast.portospreadshirt.com, super cool. So anyway, like I said, it was cool because it was like, okay, you know, I'm not feeling good, we can just hang out around here, we'll watch a movie around here. So I let Allie pick the movie. So Allie picked the movie, and she picked Ju-on, the Japanese version of The Grudge. Because I told her that, as cheesy as it may sound to some of you who like horror movies, The Grudge was the scariest movie I've ever watched. It traumatized me for like weeks and weeks of my life. I could not look under my own blanket. I couldn't be in a weird hallway. A light could not turn off randomly before I'd freak out. So Allie decided that it'd be super relaxing and help me if we just watched Ju-on, which is the Japanese version. I have to say, I don't think it was as scary as the American version, but it's definitely more like, I don't want to say gross. It's more like real. So it's kind of scarier, but it's less scary.
Okay.
But I didn't scream.
No, that's good.
But I did look upset probably the whole time. Anyway, that was my nice relaxing day, watching Ju-on and then coming here and actually getting even more sick. I think because I ate food on top of it. I haven't been feeling good. So, anyway, here at Disneyland, walking around, Allie's going to beauty college in 1 week. So 1 week before the summer ends, and then it's like summer days drifting away, but oh, those summer nights. Oh well, oh well, oh well. I don't know what else to say, guys. I don't know what else to say. So anyways, bear with me. Sometimes I get poisoned and sick. Can't do much. But yeah, so if you'd like to know, because a lot of people will come up and ask me, what does this gluten thing mean? Do yourself a favor. Do a little Googling. Google celiac disease. C-E-L-I-A-C disease. You'll learn a lot about gluten and proteins and things. But it's basically like the easiest analogy for a normal person who doesn't really care that much, that they don't want to do any Googling, is it's basically like having a really terrible allergy. You guys have heard of people who have peanut allergies and then their throat will close up or their face will swell up. Well, it doesn't, that's not what happens. What it does is the immediate thing is it really messes up your stomach and your digestive system and basically gives you half of what a terrible stomach flu would be like immediately. But it's also autoimmune, so for some people it can really, really affect them terribly. Your own body starts to attack itself basically, and it really screws things up. So anyway, that's what I deal with sometimes on a regular basis, and unfortunately today, it killed my plan of coming here earlier and doing a super, super long, getting hyper and getting fun and being crazy. Instead, I've been here just like this. And luckily, Allie's super kind and forgiving and nice to me, so that it's okay. Other people would probably be mean, like, bro, you're a bummer. But I'm just like this. I'm having fun. I hope that's your sympathy face. Oh, what a nice sympathy face. Like, Anyway, I gotta go. Subscribe for more sometimes vlogs. When I'm not poisoned and weird, I feel like I've done my duty. Now it's time to go home and
Sleep well.